Hi guys, today I'm going to do a small video on how to build a web app using Google Cloud Run, Redis and BigQuery. In this small app, what I'm going to do is use the Google Cloud Run to run a small Flash app which is connected to Redis and Google BigQuery. So let's start working on it. Let me show you the code first. So don't worry guys, I'm going to share everything in YouTube description section. Yeah, you can download all the code and everything, so don't worry about it. You can download it from there. So let me take through this code. First of all, you see a Docker file which create our app, and then there's a app.py which include how we are going to manage our app and how we are going to manage our access and things like that. So if you look at it, immediately you can see that I'm using secret managers to get access to our service account key. So if you want, I'm not going to do a lot on here because in my channel I have done few videos on that. If you go to my channel, I'm going to share the link in the down where you can watch this video and learn how to do the secret manager linking and how to create the key and things like that. This part is covered on that video. And then this is the Redis access for that. Just a simple command on creating how we do the Redis access, and then the credential. And this is the Flash app, how we are load the value from Redis. In here, the one thing I need to remember you guys is here we are using Redis as a database. I'm using Redis because here, so to get the performance, because Redis is sub millisecond performance in memory cache data store. So the results for our website would be very fast. That's the main reason I'm using, not to cache or anything like that. And I'm using Google BigQuery for to serve the same data, so you can use for data warehouse part. So that's the main idea here. You have your immediate data in Redis and keep the remaining data in Google BigQuery, all the data, so which you can like use for your business analytics stuff. Okay, let's look at the remaining part. So this is simple post, and then there are three parts. Four column actually: name, age, and country, and ID, and then just the connections to running on a local port and things like that. You can go through the code I'm going to share, so you should be able to download everything from my GitHub. And then we have a requirement file which has all the requirement to get installed from the Docker file, and we are using the cloud build here to build the app directly. I have done a video on this as well. Basically, if you go to my cloud build app video, you will see all the instructions, how I'm doing the cloud build and everything, and how we are working on Cloud Run. You can see it from this video. So basically this is a combination of all three video, this final video. I'm not going to go in deep on all of these guys because you can go to my channel and see all the other videos. And before we get started, we need to create in this here two things. One is for our app we need to install our secret. So what I have done it, I have already put my secret here in my secret manager. For that you can watch this video to get the information how you can do that. And then another thing that we have to do is create a Redis database. So first of all guys, now we need to create a Redis database. For that I'm going to go to Google Cloud and type memory store. So if memory store, in the memory store we have Redis and MCAS databases. So I'm going to create one for Redis, which we are going to use. So I'm going to give an instant name, Redis 1, and I'm not going to give a display name or anything. You can if you want, and I'm going to use a basic one because we want to reduce this cost. So I'm going to make the capacity 1 GB. to reduce our cost, and I'm not going to have any replica or anything. Network setup, I'm going to use the default VPC connection network. Remaining, we don't have to change any of these connections, guys. We are not doing any connections or anything configuration, so we are going to keep it as simple, and the versions I'm going to keep as the default version is the 6 one, and then I'm going to click on the create. So meantime, when we are creating this, to access Redis, we need a VPC connection. There are two ways to access actually for Redis. One is through you can access the Redis through Google VM, because it doesn't have a like public endpoint to access it here. So either you need to use a Google VM or you need to use a VPC connection. So I'm going to use a VPC connection here, so to communicate with the Cloud Run and the Redis. So if you what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the Google Cloud, and I'm going to type VPC, and then you need to find serverless VPC access. Go inside that and try to create a connection from here. So I'm going to give a name, and then make sure that you give select a region. I'm going to select the US Central because that's where my app and everything going to be. And then you need to create a subnet. So I'm going to do custom IP range. So in here I'm going to give default range because that's the range that you can use for anything. So it would be let me cancel it again so that you can see it. Create a connections, give a name, and then select subnet custom IP. You can see here, can you see that 10.vp connected created IP address range? Ensure that IP range must also ensure that not matched. So if you go to the learn more, you say the by default that connections is working for most of the cases. So I'm going to use the default one that they have suggest. So I'm going to 10. Can you see? Must unsecure range. So I'm going to give 10.8. So this is the range. So this is by default range, and then I'm going to do some scale setting. I'm going to make it sure I only use 3. And the instant time is EC2 micro, so that we don't need a lot of bandwidth here, guys, for small app. And I'm going to use this smallest one as possible for VCD connection as well. So I'm going to say create. So that's going to create our VPC connection for the default network, which is allow us to communicate with the Redis. So let's go to our Redis. Let's see whether it's created. And one important thing here, guys, while it's creating, this might take a bit of a time to create in the first time. You need to make sure in your cloud bill, make sure you have your if you go to my cloud bill, you have to make sure the VP connection name, the same name that I give it, and then the when you're taking the what you call the Redis hosts, the URL, make sure you change this one. The port is by default the same thing, and then this everything about these cloud bill you can learn from this my cloud bill video actually. So further information now how you can do the cloud run. So make sure you do the changes. So give the VPC connection name, and then when you are so my one is Redis VPC, the same name I that given in. So make sure you do the changes. Let's see whether our Redis is available, guys. So meantime, what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to go take you to Google BigQuery and show you that how you can create your Google BigQuery database. So we need a Google BigQuery database as well. So let's go to Google BigQuery. In our case, we have a small. I have created a small table. The table should be should have a name, age, country, and ID. So what you can do is, if you want to create a table, go to Google BigQuery and then create a table and just give a name, and then you can add the field from here, like say name, and then age, and then I'm gonna make it integer, and then in our case country, and then ID, and then you can give a name and create the table. So that's how you can create a table. As a small table, you need to make sure you define your schema, and if you can see in my table to show that I don't have any data here. If I run, you will not see any data. Now actually, when if you go, our Reddit serverless is available, VPC connections available, active. Now the same time our Reddit database also working. So now we need to take this endpoint, that's we need to change in our code. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to my log into my Cloud Shell. So let me go to Cloud Shell. So if you wanted to go log in, find your Cloud Shell, what you can type in Google Cloud Shell, search Google Cloud Shell, and let me make it bigger for you guys. So go to Cloud Shell, and then Cloud Shell editor, you can open from that. This is Cloud Shell editor. Or otherwise in Google Cloud also, what you can do from here, you can open it, but it will not have this what do you call, let me similar one that I'm looking for, like similar to VS Code, right? So you can select from your project from here and then connect. Otherwise you can type Google Cloud Config project ID as well, if you wanted to set it up for your project. And then after that, what you can do is that you make sure that use your git clone to clone the file from my GitHub account that I'm going to share. Or in my case, I have already saved the file, so let me go there, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to log into my folder structure, and then so let me go to ls and then cd cloud run. So this is the app that I'm using. It has the I have downloaded all the files, so I have a let's go to the folder with all the file. It has all the file, app.py, cloud build and docker file and requirement and everything. So let's go to the cloud run app. So let's open, and then make sure you go to the cloud build file, open the cloud build file, and go inside the cloud build file. You need to change this port. So you need to go to your instance. You need to copy this address. So what you can do is you can go inside and then click copy this primary endpoint, and then go to your cloud run, and then make sure you replace that with the new one. And let me check whether I copied right. It's right, the endpoint is fine, and then I'm going to save it. So now guys, I'm going to run this app. Very simple, the command. Make sure you download everything, and you need to change these stuff to according to in your project. So these most of those informations available on this particular video. Please look if you don't understand. in that video I am explaining everything in detail. So here let's go and start running our app. So the command to run app is we need to make sure that we have our all the file. Make sure that you have app.py and everything downloaded, and requirement and statistic and statics and template, and then this app.py. I forgot to guys to take you through all the HTML templates. This is a simple HTML page, guys. When with an access, and I have set it up like a CSS file also for the formatting. So, and there's a form, and then there's another page like a page 2, so that to make sure it's very similar to a website. So let me create the app. So what I'm gonna do is to create an app is gcloud builds submit, and then I need to type dash dash region. Its region is going to be our case US central 1, and then dash dash config, and then cloud build name. So I'm gonna copy this name YAML file and then paste it here. So I'm just gonna press enter, guys. So this will do all the building part, building the Docker image, uploading it to Google Cloud, and then running our cloud app as well. So this is a proper CI/CD pipeline. If you want to learn about how to build your CI/CD pipeline, also I have done a video here in cloud build this video, so you can watch that video for that. So I'm gonna here I'm gonna bit fast forward, guys, until okay, guys, our app successfully has launched. So let's go and see all the other information. So let's go to Cloud Runs and see our app first. Let me go to the console and then go to Cloud Run. So it's there's a need. If I go here, let me open the app. So this is a small app, guys. Now you can see hello world, and there's a 2 pages, and then go back, and then this is the these are just a button. It doesn't work. I haven't any link. And then let's say it's the employee detail entering part. So I'm going to type a name, let's say Paul. I'm gonna give a age 25, 26, and then country USA, and then I'm gonna submit. So what's gonna happen is immediately give a confirmation. I'm gonna make it okay, and then the name is gonna come down. And the same time, let's say I'm gonna add another name. Let's say I'm go back again. The name immediately will be available, because this is where I'm using the Redis rather than the Google BigQuery. Because Redis is you can very fast access the information. So that's why in this particular area I'm using in this page I'm using the Redis. Whereas whenever you enter the data is go to Google BigQuery as well. Let's type another name. Let's type Andrew, and then I'm gonna make it 35, and then I'm gonna country as Canada, and then I'm gonna submit again. Immediately you will see the results here when you say OK, and then if you go back to index, you can see that that's name also. You can see this very fast, the informations are coming. So what if we go to our memory store, you will see the information recording here. If you go to the call, and it will take a bit of a time to this information to come. And then if you go to Google BigQuery, earlier it's the snow information, so those 2 records should be appearing here with the ID. And this is the small the app that we are using, guys. So this is Cloud Run. All this information on the Cloud Run. Also you can see how the logs and things like that. I have done a video on this if you want to learn a bit more about the Cloud Run, how you can run an app as well. So this is the small app, guys. Let's go. Let me show you again. This is a small app which you can use in the real life. You can build it like perfectly, make it colors and build the firm and everything, and use the Redis and Google BigQuery here for data as a data storing option. So that's all in this video, guys, but make sure before you go, make sure you go to memory store and delete your Redis as well, and make sure you delete that. Go and go inside the instance and make sure click on delete, because this is going to cost you money if you don't delete it. So make sure you delete that. And also you need to make sure go to VPC and serverless VP access. Make sure you delete that, because this is also going to cost you money if you don't delete it. So and go to the, when you after done that, make sure you go to the Cloud Run and delete the app as well. Okay, guys, that's all for this particular video. This is the overview with the app, and this is the app. So I have deleted all the services that I have created. Make sure you do that as well. If you I know in this video I didn't go in detail explaining all these services and how you do create those stuff. For that you can go and watch individual video, because I am not going to do everything which I have already done in this video. So make sure you, if you want to learn in particular area, go to my channel and watch that videos. Thank you guys for watching.